Hello, my name is Veronica Ouagage and my colleague
is Akira Barbara,
and we're going to talk about the study of a rat. Now, we're going to start with the external features and we're going to try to classify it depending on what we see. Classification. The rat belongs to kingdom Animalia because, as we can see, it has no chlorophyll. So, yeah, and then it belongs to phylum Chordata because it has a post-anal tail. It belongs to class Mammalia because, okay, this one we have right here is a female rat. So we shall see the mammary glands. Sorry, the nipples. The mammary glands will be seen from inside, but outside we can see the nipples. Yeah, they're right here. There are 6 of them. And then it has thick fur, these hairs. It possesses external sexual organs. It has 2 external ears. And then it has 5-digit pattern of limbs, okay, of the feet, basically. As we can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then it belongs to order Rodentia because it burrows. As we all know, that rodents burrow, so that is why it belongs to order Rodentia. And the genus is Rattus. Species is Albinicus. So the scientific name of a rat is Rattus albinicus. This specific rat is Rattus albinicus. Then those common indoor rats are called Rattus. Sex identification. Okay, as I said before, this particular one is a female because it has the nipples, which signify presence of mammary glands within. Then it has the clitoris. Right down here. It has an opening. And then it has the vulva, which is this opening you can see here. Okay, and then in case it were a male, we would see the penis enclosed in a sheath of skin and a pair of scrotal sacs.
the roles of the sex organs. Since this is female, our valves, which you already seen, and the vaginal opening are used for copulation. Our clitoris is used for sensitivity during copulation, and the nipples, I believe you all know, are for suckling the little ones, the young rats. And then if it were male, we'd have the scrotal sacs that protect the testes, the prepuce that protects the penis and keeps it moist for lubrication during copulation. And yeah, of course, the penis is used for copulation. So our rat has got 2 regions. That's the head and the trunk. The head stops somewhere here and the trunk goes on. Then you also have the tail. So our head, the parts, we are going to talk about the different structures that are found in the head. We have the whiskers that are used for, no, we have the whiskers. I'm just going to tell you about the parts. The whiskers, and then you have the ear, the external ears, and then we have the eyes, as you can see them, and then we have the nostrils right here, and they are curved, and then we have the whiskers. I've talked about them. Then in the trunk we have the fur, the nipples, since this is female, and we have the limbs of a rat, and then I think that is it. And then of course the tail in the posterior end. Yeah, those are the structures that we find, making the different sections of the rod, regions of the rod.
We're going to look at the descriptions of the descriptions and adaptive significance of these external features. The head is ovoid in shape and it tapers anteriorly. This is the anterior part. This is posterior, and this is the dorsal. This is the ventral, and then the side. This side is the lateral. This side. So we said the head tapers anteriorly, and this is going to enable the rat to burrow because it's a rodent, so it needs to burrow. And then also for swift locomotion, because the shape of the head is going to reduce on the air resistance as it's walking around. It has incisor teeth, which are 2 pairs. Yeah, these 2 pairs of incisor teeth, and they are long, they are curved, they are sharp, and they are hard, for cutting and biting food and for defense against predators. It has nostrils, which are right here, 2 nostrils, and they are very tiny, they are hollow, and they are moist, they are comma shaped, and the main reason why they are hollow is for passage of gases within them. We have the upper and lower lips. This is the lower lip, and this is the upper lip. The upper lip has a cleft, which exposes the 2 upper incisor teeth. And the lips are mainly for sensitivity. Then it has whiskers. And these whiskers are long, as we can see. They are fairly stiff, and they are away from the body. They are spaced and they are not so close to each other, and they are for sensitivity, especially when burrowing.
So we're going to talk about the other parts, the external features of the rod. We have the external ears, and they are funnel shaped, they are broad, and they have the hairs on them are really few, as you can see, and they are large, they are broad or large. And this is the funnel shapedness is to enable, is to transmit the sound waves into the inner ear. Then they are broad enough so they can trap enough sound waves as to enable them to hear and listen and everything else. And then we have the eyes. They are dorsal. This is the dorsal side, so you can see they are dorsolaterally placed to enable a wide field of view as the animal keeps moving. And then they are well protected with the upper lid and the lower lid. And then it also the eyes are moist to prevent friction as it keeps rotating around. And then we have the neck, and you can see that the neck is really, really thick and loose. This is because there's a lot of fur in this place, and this prevents, like in case of a predator does not easily kill the animal since there's a lot of thick fur here, so it's not easily killed in the process of hunting it down. And then we have the trunk region, which is divided into the thorax and the abdomen. And the trunk is not like the abdomen. Whereas the abdomen is yielding, the trunk is firm. This is because of the rib cage that's in that area code. And then the thorax and the the thorax and the abdomen make up the trunk, and the thorax is firm, whereas the abdomen is yielding. This is to give enough space. This is to give enough space just in case it has eaten enough food and to be able to stretch. Yeah, so we have the fur that covers up most of the body. This is to conserve heat, and it's for protection from mechanical injury. Then we have the limbs. There are 4, as you can see, and they have 5 digits, and this is for stability and support. Then the digits are jointed, like we have, you can see this you can notice that they are jointed, and this is for flexibility and for grasping objects. Yeah, and then they are also padded to absorb. They are padded. The feet are padded to in case of friction during locomotion. They help to increase the friction so that they are firm as an animal is walking, and also to prevent making noise so that the predators cannot notice the presence of the animal. And then the digits have claws. They are here. I hope you're able to see them, and they are narrow and long. And this is the narrow, long, curved, and they have sharp tips. They are really sharp, and they are hard. And then the claws are for burrowing and protection from as a way of defending themselves in case of any attack. Yeah, that is it about the external structures.
So we're going to look for the superficial features or structures of the rat, those ones that lie right under the skin. So that involves dissection, because we'll have to first, remove the skin and see what we want to see. So we shall have to first pin it to the board firmly with the ventral side uppermost. With 4 pins, pin each limb. Yeah. First, cut off a small part to create a slit where you're going to hold and cut inside. So now we're going to remove the connective tissue because we have to pin the skin to the board. And this connective tissue attaches the skin to the underlying body well, and it is firm. So you have to gently remove it, otherwise you rip the rat open before you see the superficial features. So after cutting the skin, I'm going to pin it to the board. Okay, now the superficial structures, we have the muscles. These are the muscles in the neck, then the arm region and upper part of the trunk, the thorax. There are muscles there, and then also the muscles in the thighs. Then, okay, if it were pregnant, we would clearly see the mammary glands, but since it's still young, probably, we can't clearly see the mammary glands from inside. Then we're going to get inside. Yeah, there are also blood vessels. These are the femoral veins. And then the cutaneous vein just there. Around the armpit region. Then these are the femoral veins. Then the nerves. Then these white things above the blood vessels are the nerves. I think we can clearly see them just there. Get into the inside and see the abdomen and the features inside. Now, when we've just opened up the abdomen, we see the structures of the abdomen in situ or undisplaced, just as they lie before you remove anything or, you know. Now, these are the liver lobes. There are 3. This is 1. Then the second one is there, and this is the third. This is the stomach. And the spleen, which lies just on the side, just there. Then this is the ileum, which is long and curved, goes round. And then this is the colon. It's striated. And then, yeah, this is still part of the colon. And yeah, so now next we're going to displace the ileum to the left of the animal, which is my right, at the left of the animal, so that we see the structures that have been hidden under there.
We're going to displace the ileum to the left of the animal so we can see the structures, like my colleague said earlier on, that are within it. The ileum is a bit long and very much coiled, but we'll displace it anyway. Yeah. Sorry. We have displaced our ileum to the left of the animal. Then we'll displace the duodenum to my left. And then we are going to displace the liver lobes anteriorly so we can be able to see the esophagus inside. So as you can see, the esophagus is this tube that is connecting to the stomach. And then we have, just after the esophagus, then we have the duodenum that is coming out of the stomach. Then just within the duodenum, we have the pancreas. This paper membranous-like membrane is a pancreas. Then we go on to the ileum, and you can see the ileum is really coiled and it has got some blood vessels, little blood vessels distributed in it. So when we displace our liver anteriorly, we see the bile duct that's from the liver. This is our bile duct. Then you also see the hepatic portal vein that we all know that carries the blood from the ileum to the liver. And the hepatic portal vein moves down, and these are its distributaries that you see, of the hepatic portal vein. Yeah, then this is our colon. Then right from the ileum, we go to the appendix, that's this end, and then the appendix continues to the cecum, or caecum for purposes of spelling. And then we have the colon that we see here, and the colon has got, this is our appendix that goes into the caecum. Then from the caecum, we have the colon. As you can see, the striations are there. Right next to the colon, we have some lymph nodes, and there are 7 in number. Then we have the mesentery, that's right about this.
So as you see, the spleen comes along with the stomach because it's attached to it. And then, okay, this is the kidney. And then this is the lymph node, just right there. And then this is the adrenal gland. And then here, now we're going to the urinogenital system. But in order to see that, we'll have to first cut out the whole digestive system for us to be able to see all the things clearly.
This is the urinogenital system. We are going to look at the reproductive parts of the female rat. Yeah, so we have this is the left ovary. You can see something that's circular and as if coiled. That's the left ovary. Then we have the oviduct, just the small little tube that connects it to this other part. That's our oviduct. And then we have the uterus. This is the uterus that has got the supply of blood vessels to it. And then we have the vagina. This is the vagina, this curved part that connects to the clitoris. This is the clitoris. And right next to the clitoris are the preputial gland, these little things here on both sides. On both sides of the clitoris. Since this is the female, that is all that we have in the urinogenital system. So now we're going to see the thorax.
So we'll have to first remove this part, and we're going to first cut and leave the diaphragm down. We're going to hold, okay, there's supposed to be a symphysoid cartilage right there, but due to unavoidable circumstances, we've not been able to have it just there. So cut both sides. So we're going to cut along the sides in order to display the heart and all the blood vessels that lie there. The ribs are a bit tough. Good.
After the rib cage has been removed, then we have to remove the connective tissue so that we can see the blood vessels clearly. You have to be really careful so that we don't cut the blood vessels, or we'll just have a messed up specimen. This is our heart, as you can all see, and from the heart we have the aorta, the pale colored blood vessel that has got the carotid artery and the innominate artery branching from it going to the upper region of the heart. Then we have the vena cava. This is the anterior vena cava, and we have two vena cava, and they have the artery, the veins branching from them going to the hands and up into the neck region, which we haven't yet looked at. We displace a little to the left of the specimen. We can see the trachea down that will branch into the lungs. Then, yeah, so these are the lungs. The one on the right has got 3 lobes, and the one on the left is just a single lung. So now we are going to look at the head region, especially the mouth. We are going to dissect and see what's inside and what features are inside. So we'll cut. The jaws are really stiff, so you have to use a little more effort while cutting them because they are hard and very firm. So we have the upper lip and the lower lip, and these are the incisors that we happen to cut in the process. Then we have the molars, and there are 3. There are 6 on the upper jaw and 6 on the lower jaw. And then we have the ridges. Yeah, so we have the ridges, the heel-like structures here, and then those that take on the valleys in the rat are the grooves. Yeah. Then we have the opening to the eustachian tube, these two. And then we have the opening to the esophagus, which is this. Yeah. Then we have our tongue. As you can see, it's really long and it's firmly attached at the base. And that is basically it.
That is all about the Rattus albinicus. I hope you've learned a lot enough.